What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Like every single month, I bring you the top projects that I would accumulate for this month that has just started. We all know that this didn't start at a positive note. Obviously, the fear and greed index right now is 38, which signals very consistent fear. And with Bitcoin dominance at 60%, this is just not looking good right now. But also, I want you to be aware that the best opportunities in the market are in moments like this. These are actually the moments in which people make their portfolio. They build them up and they become millionaires in the end. Buy the fear and sell the greed. That is how you make money in crypto. Unfortunately, the majority of you guys watching this video are going to be the kind of people that are going to come when it's a situation of extreme greed and you think that you can make the millions because everything is pumping. But the thing is, you need to accumulate right now when the periods are red, and then you sell when you're in the green so you make money. I know it's going to sound stupid for all of you veterans and degens, but this is not going to be straightforward for all the people that are new to my channel or new to crypto space overall. Okay, let's go straight to the sauce because I don't want to lose too much time. I have 10 projects that I want to bring you guys today. I've bought them pretty much all of them in my personal portfolio, so don't take this as any financial advice, but it's just things that I'm doing myself with my own portfolio. I'm just another guy on the internet telling you what he's doing with his own personal portfolio. Take this information as you please, disregard it if you will. I don't care, quite frankly. I'm just bringing my thoughts out there and keeping it real with you 100 as always. So Kaspa, it's at 10 cents. It's actually going below 10 cents. This hasn't happened in a very long period of time. It happened only one time in the last year. Obviously, the chart of Kaspa, if you look at the chart overall, I don't even think that it looks that bad. There was this very important diagonal trend line, but then you can also see this wick that went below 8 cents, which is something that I never thought that I would see again for Kaspa. And I also gotta say that this chart resembled the Sagrada Familia. But still, after losing this support zone, which I think we're gonna go back in range in due time, I'm not too concerned about that. We've seen this massive accumulation zone for Kaspa that we haven't seen in a very long time. And I know that Kaspa ultimately is gonna go very well. I know that Kaspa is not just any other proof of work layer one out there. It's seen as digital silver with smart contracts imminent, with the KRC20 ecosystem probably built to thrive, and potentially big exchanges accumulating. A lot of people are speculating about exchanges like Binance accumulating, and we already have a Kraken listing, so tier 1 exchanges are just not out of consideration. A team that has been super active, the community is just cult-like. I still am as bullish on Kaspa as the first video that I ever made on my channel. If you remember the first video that I posted on my channel, for all the OGs out there, I was talking about Kaspa and I'm still bullish on it. I never sold a single coin of Kaspa. I never did. I've accumulated heavily in the 1 cent range and 5 cents, at 7 cents. I bought a little bit at 10 cents. I bought even a 15 cents. Honestly, I'm done accumulating Kaspa, so I'm not gonna tell you I bought more Kaspa. I have a lot of Kaspa. I have millions of Kaspa tokens. I'm not gonna tell you how much I have. It doesn't really matter anyway. But my conviction is still there. This is a proper long-term gold mine, in my opinion, and I'm not gonna swing trade it. The market is probably not gonna be in your favor if you try to swing trade this. With also not a really high volume that you can see for the moment. I just don't see the point. This to me is just one of the bags that I just bought. Buy and forget about it. This is pretty much what I'm doing. And again, I'm not concerned about anything at all. So I just keep doing what I'm doing, really. And if you're wondering what cold storage I'm using Tangem. I am an affiliate of Tangem as well, obviously. And the link that I have down in the description, it's gonna give you 10% automatically at checkout. Just click on the links that I have down in the description. And I have a lot of other promotions, but you guys already know the drill. All the discounts to help you out are down there as always. You know, Kaspa was the biggest allocation on my portfolio around 1 year ago, even a few months ago really, but then I went so freaking heavy on Sui, and Sui became the biggest allocation on my portfolio, especially because I bought that at around $1 mark, and even after this correction I'm still like 3, 4, 5x out of my initial investment. And this was also one of the biggest trade with size that we did in my Discord community. So again, you're probably missing out on that because I sold all of my Solana, I bought Sui, and it paid off drastically. Yes, it's already on all the top exchanges, yet it's already quite big in market, but it doesn't really matter. I think that Sui is a very fast growing ecosystem, and I'm so bullish on it for various reasons. So first of all, the Trump family, they are holders of Sui. BlackRock has expressed a lot of interest into Sui itself, thinking that it could also be an avenue for the tokenization of real world assets. So RWA could be present on the Sui chain. It's still super fast growing. They're doing a lot of in real life events. I met some of the founders in real life. I saw like what a big innovation hub the Sui ecosystem is going to become. And also, you should not forget about the fact that the Sui people are basically ex-Facebook/Libra, one of the projects that were actually created in the beginning for Facebook when it comes to the Web3 world. It didn't go as planned, and then they moved into Sui. There's very massive VC rounds that were in there. You still want to have decentralized project, but you also want to have these VC projects, because VCs, the smart money, is what ultimately is going to move the markets, and this is why Sui, I'm so bullish on it. It's also been recently integrated into Phantom Wallet, and you can just store and trade Sui meme coins or DeFi from your Phantom Wallet, just like you do on Solana. And this is also why, as soon as the market recovers a little bit, I think that the volume into the Sui network and Sui meme coins, etc., is going to just skyrocket. And also, the Sui ecosystem doesn't have as many JITs as the Solana ecosystem has, which is definitely a perk. Price prediction for Sui, not really. Honestly, $5 was FUD when it was achieved. I think that it's going to be super straightforward to go to $5, $7, perhaps even $10. And I think that my ultimate price range at the end of this bull cycle for Sui will probably be somewhere between $10 to $15. I'm not chasing a 10x, I'm not chasing a 20x or 100x or anything, but I'm aping with a very considerable amount of my portfolio. I can tell you that I have more than 1/3 of my portfolio solely on Sui, and this is why I decided to go so big on it with big size, because I know that this is just one of the safest and best risk to reward projects out there in crypto. Now, I just want to have a quick word on Ethereum. I do think that it makes a lot of sense buying Ethereum. I mean, look at this. This is the Solana to Ethereum chart. It's still almost at an all-time high. You can clearly see that it's really topping, and given that Solana has heavily outperformed Ethereum during the bear market, during the beginning of the bull cycle, you know that probably we're going to experience a massive reversal when it comes from the Ethereum side, because Solana can only go so strong for so long. I do believe, and I'm super bullish on Solana. I think that it's still going to do extremely well, but I do believe that just Ethereum is going to have a massive recovery. February is usually a very strong month for Ethereum, so is March, so I do expect a little bit of a reversal. Yeah, I know that if you look at the chart of Ethereum right now, it's just absolutely fucking terrible, especially given obviously the dip that we've had, but I do believe that it's going to go strong. We've seen obviously Eric Trump posting about the Ethereum just the other day, and that was enough to move the price a couple $100. So I think that Ethereum is going to be so strong. And also, I want to do a quick mention on Brett, because if you think about it, Brett is one of the most important leveraged plays on Ethereum. If Ethereum performs well, then Brett is going to perform very well as well. But obviously, if Ethereum dumps, then Brett is going to dump 5 or 10-fold, because it's so interlinked with the movement of Ethereum. Brett is one of the strongest memes into the space, with one of the biggest calls, one of a super strong following. I am a firm believer of the Ethereum ecosystem when it comes to meme coins for more of a blue chip feel for the long term. I'm a strong believer into Base. I think that Base is going to be one of the still top ecosystem for growth in 2025. It's fast. It solves a lot of the problems that Ethereum as a layer 1 has. I do believe that if Ethereum goes to $4,000 again, for the matter, if it goes to 5, 6, or some people are speculating $10,000, which I think that ultimately it's going to happen, then I do believe that a meme coin like Brett is just going to explode out of nowhere, and it's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. We're still, speculating on tier 1 exchanges like Coinbase and Binance to come. I think that ultimately they're going to come. We're going to see about that. But anyway, super bullish on that. Now, let's move into something a little different. I'm going to keep them a little short, as I said, because I've talked about these projects plenty of times anyway. All these tokens have probably separated videos, sometimes fully dedicated. You already know what I'm talking about here. So Griffin is one of the most important AI projects into the Solana ecosystem. This was shared several times by Anatoly, the founder of Solana. And it's a marketplace for AI agents. I'm sure that a lot of you guys are familiar with it. Obviously, the first big run-up that we've seen for Griffin was just something insane. We went above the 600 million in market cap, but then after AI agents started tanking because Solana tanked, because the market was red, and especially AI agents tanked a lot. And this should be a very good buying signal for you all. Because obviously, if you think about it, with all these major dips that we've seen in the space, AI agents are some of the niches that have actually suffered the most. most, and given that they suffer the most, then it's probably going to be a very good opportunity for you all to accumulate at very cheap prices. So you see that after around a 60 to 70% correction, then this is probably the moment in which a reversal takes place, right? And we're seeing the reversal starting to happen. So you can see from 119 million onto 260, so more than a 2x just overnight. We're probably now getting a retest, and in my opinion, we're just gonna move up from here. It is one of the most solid projects with some of the most legit backing when it comes to the space. And if Anatoly doesn't stop shielding this at all, if the Solana ecosystem doesn't care about this anymore, then fair, it's gonna disappear. And as long as they don't stop posting about it, especially with the market going back with a more positive sentiment, then I do believe that Griffin is gonna be here to stay, and probably is gonna work wonders for you guys that are holding through these lows and hopefully accumulating at this price point. I can personally tell you that I bought more. The next one, I'm not sure if it's gonna surprise people. I don't really care if people are surprised or people agree or disagree, but this is Vine. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not usually a fan of the crypto shiller type of plays, because usually you just become the extra liquidity of insiders, etc. But obviously what Vine was able to accomplish, almost touching the 500 million in market cap, and with big ambitions down the line, and a dev that is actually active with it, honestly, I do believe that Vine could have potential. The volume is still really high for something that, you know, if you think about it, Solana meme coins right now, they're just dying within 24, 48 hours at most. But Vine, I still see it there. And as a result, I actually think that we could go to all-time highs very, very soon. So we had two major support zones, and obviously we lost them because everything went to shit, obviously. But we've already seen a decent reversal like we've seen for the majority of altcoins out there that I'm talking about. From 120 million, we touched the 180 million. Right now, we're sort of retesting, and this is the sort of area in which you should probably consider buying. Never buy a green candle, but when you see a retest of the breakout, so you see that we have a breakout right here, right? We have a breakout, but then things are gonna go down before moving up again. This is probably, I think that it's also safer to add in these areas than just trying to buy the red and catch a falling knife, essentially. Because let's say that I don't know, you want to buy here, and then you see that the chart is going here, but you are indeed catching a falling knife because things keep going south, right? But if you start seeing a breakout and then you buy the retest, then probably in terms of risk to reward ratio, that is probably the best area that you want to add. This is some of the ways that I actually base my analysis towards. But the main thing that is gonna help you, you know, look forward to this and see if you want to add to your bags is gonna be no one else but the dev of Vine itself. He's been quiet in his Twitter profile, and this is probably why the project is not just like pumping to new highs as soon as possible. But I've also seen him go into some spaces or podcasts or something like that, and that's probably why it pumps so much overnight. So now that we're seeing a retest, I do think that we're going to see very good things. There's a lot of people that are speculating that Vine is going to be integrated into the code of X, or it's been integrated already. Elon Musk wants to bring back Vine, so there's probably very good things to come. Imagine if Vine really comes back, then I would expect this thing to go just parabolic. I think it's worth a gamble. My entry was not some of the best ones. I actually entered, I got very early, then I sold the top, then I re-entered around 258. Now I'm down, but I've added a little more to my dip pretty much here, I think. So I'm kind of like breaking even on that. But I do believe that given the recent price action that we're seeing right here, and the volume that is not slowing down anytime soon, it's already listed on some centralized exchanges. I think it's already on BitGet. I'm trading it on BitGet myself, so that's probably where you want to trade it. I have links down in the description, or you can just buy it on BullX, like pretty much everything that I trade on a decentralized exchange level. I have NeoBullX access, and I also made a thread on BullX and why I think it's the best trading bot. My links give you instant access and 10% trading fees off forever as well. So you might want to check that out. But yeah, I'm extremely bullish on this. I can't tell you if this is going to pump tomorrow, but I do think that when whenever we see massive news around what Vine can mean, because Vine, this is going to be the utility token of the Vine app itself. You're going to need Vine for the resurrection of the app itself. I do believe that there's going to be a lot of buzz pouring into the ecosystem. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Tank because I literally posted a fully dedicated video yesterday, and you're going to understand why I'm so bullish on it. We can see that we didn't lose this support zone around 4 million in market cap. We actually went back up to the 11 million in market cap. So my TA was actually on point because I drew these lines before. And right now, just like the majority of projects that I'm touching here, and you see that these projects are actually moving in a very similar manner of the market, and Solana itself is dumping. So this is one of the main reasons why these projects are dumping and correcting a little bit on the last 24 hours. So at 8 million, this seems like a fantastic entry. This is what my average entry on Tank is, like full disclosure. Yes, I had the initial ride to 45 million in market cap, but then I also bought very, very low because I know that there's gonna probably be a major pump coming soon, especially if the market starts recovering, Solana goes back up. This is one AI agent project that I don't want to miss on my list, and I know the potential that this has. They have a fully doxed dev, they have a growing following, they are super active on X. They posted several insights on what the tech is going to be looking like. They're ranking on a lot of hot lists, and they're also going up in mindshare despite the price action being on a severe downtrend. I think that you're grabbing a major discount on Tank. So just I can't tell you to buy this. I don't care if you buy it or not. It is not to be taken as financial advice, but check out the video that I made because that is potentially, hopefully, going to help you a little bit with your own personal research. So that's all that I can say. I bought more and I added to my bag at these levels. This is all that I can tell you for this video. I thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know what you think of the top 7 that I brought to you guys today. What would you have different? What are you buying right now? I want to hear from you. And if you want to connect with me any further, if you want to get all of my early alpha, all of my trading signals, and a variety of exclusive content and benefits, make sure to check out my website. It's the first link down in the description. This is where millionaires are going to be made by the end of this bull cycle. I want everybody in my private group to leave this cycle with at least multiple 6 figures, if not 7 to 8 figures, like we're already seeing in some cases. So I have no idea what you're waiting for. Prices are going to come and rise up very soon. So I would recommend a lifetime membership. You block your price forever. It's just one flat payment and you're never going to be charged again. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.